Hey everyone, how are you doing? My name is Elio. This is my friend Blasker. We're both Venezuelan immigrants. I got here 4 years ago and he just got here. ¿Hace cuánto llegaste?
Acá,
Mhm.
así. Ayer.
Well, he got to Texas yesterday, but ¿hace cuánto llegaste a Estados Unidos?
Así como 6 días atrás.
I got to the US 6 days ago.
You came here, you flew to the United States, you had a visa, but then you applied for asylum.
That's correct.
And then he crossed into the United States illegally and has a pending asylum case. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes. Back when I had my visa, there was a US embassy in Venezuela. Embassies internationally were still open, but since the Venezuelan government is so corrupt, it lost a lot of trust from other countries to have their embassies in the country. Initially, I had my visa that was meant for travel and business. My family and I got that visa, and we never had any intention of coming here for staying because we had our lives in Venezuela. We had our house and our routine. We had our my parents had their work there, and I was just a kid when I got here. I was just 19 years old. Sorry, I was just 15 years old. Now I'm 19 now. So we got here after problems in Venezuela started raising up back in 2018. We were very fortunate that we had a visa so we could come here and apply for asylum, and everything was pretty much a legal process for us. I thought it was hard until I got to hear my friend's story, but our process here was a lot easier, having a passport and having a visa and having the opportunity to come here safely. My friend's scenario was completely different. He had to go through all these countries, and I believe he didn't have the same opportunity we had to have all these legal means because first it was impossible at that point to get a passport in Venezuela. At some point, so many people are leaving the country that they made it impossible to get a passport. On top of that, many embassies from countries closed their visas applications, and it was hard for a person like Blasker to get a visa and go to another country legally. ¿Por qué no tuviste la opción de tú aplicar una visa, así como hice yo, y venir acá y aplicar asilo en un avión? ¿Por qué no pudiste hacer eso?
Ok, mi familia no tenía los recursos.
Well, first, my family didn't have the resources.
En Venezuela la corrupción tampoco, o sea, todo afecta como a la economía.
The corruption affects all the economy.
Mi familia no tenía la oportunidad
My family didn't have the opportunity
gastar más como en ese papeleo.
to spend money in that paperwork.
No tenía posibilidades.
They didn't have the means.
You came here under Trump, he came here under Biden. There's
Yeah.
like a clear difference in how you guys were able to come
Absolutely
here.
different.
Like, what are your thoughts on the current policies?
I think the current policies, they can benefit people like Blasker. He's just a young person, and I believe he has very good intentions on coming here, but it can also benefit someone completely different. It can benefit a criminal. It can benefit, someone that has a different background than Blasker. I mean, I don't believe there is any way they can closely tell who kind of person is coming into this country. He can tell you his perspective. He's getting here. It was just a few days of detention, and I don't believe they had anything just to check who he actually is.
La mayoría pasa, igual acá hay gente mala que no.
The majority crosses, and there is a lot of bad people.
La verdad, yo no tengo ningún documento para saber si ellos son delincuentes o no.
The reality is that they don't have any documents to tell if they're criminals or not. Back in 2018, when we got here, we were said that the current administration back then was against us. That was the popular belief. That was what the people told you. That was what the media told you. Coming here and all you hear from everyone is that Trump was bad towards immigrants, towards Venezuelans. It was an absolute lie. And I'm not saying this in a biased position. I'm saying this because I lived both administrations, the previous one and the one right now. And I don't think Trump's administration was unfriendly to Venezuelans in particular. I don't think there was anything that was keeping us from coming here and doing things right and building a good life. And so I think it's very important for people to actually research and to actually see what the immigration laws are, what they were with Trump, and just to actually hear stories of people that actually migrated and ask them, did you feel threatened by Trump when he was here? I personally didn't feel that way. And I think every Venezuelan that can be here and can talk to you, they would say I didn't feel any threat. These people come from countries where they earn very, very low wages, that still coming to this country and getting the lowest wages possible seems an awesome idea, because they are still getting paid way more than they got paid in their countries. And I think everyone has a different perspective of things. I believe every migrant faces different stuff coming into the US. Me personally, I was extremely fortunate that the place where I got in provided me with awesome people that helped me learn English, and I was also super motivated to go into any job I could find until looking for my way up and study. So personally, I think it's a country where opportunity is endless, and to think differently than that, it's a huge mistake, and you should go to other countries. I invite all the people watching these videos to go to other countries or hear the story of people like Blazer that are coming from these very, very poor and corrupt countries into the US, and used to appreciate everything that they have here. Because if someone like me and Blazer, who came from countries that had nothing and just got here with nothing and found our way up, I believe that everyone who is already here can also find their way to grow and be successful in this country. ¿Tienes algún mensaje final que quieras comentar?
Nada, los que se vengan viajando o...
Para la gente que está viajando o para la gente que ya está acá.
Solo para la gente de acá, que sigan preservando este país.
I just want to tell the people from this country to preserve it.
Respeten sus leyes y hagan sus cosas bien. Aprendan el idioma.
Pero estás hablando para la gente que está aquí o
sí,
la gente
que está acá.
La gente que está llegando.
Sí, la gente que está llegando.
Okay, he's talking about the people that is coming into the country. He says, preserve the place, follow the law, and do things right.
Okay, aprendan su idioma.
Learn the language, learn English.
Es súper bien.
It's very good.
Solo seguir sus hábitos.
And just follow your habits.
Que son muy buenos.
Yeah, just have good habits.
Me gusta mucho cómo son acá. Y bueno, diré eso.
I just like everything that I've seen, everything here.
Para los que vengan viajando.
And for those that are coming,
que no se confíen de nadie ni de las autoridades hasta que lleguen acá.
Please don't trust anyone, any authorities until you get here.